Welcome to Andy Nicole's podcast. Please like, share and subscribe.
Welcome to Andy Nicole's podcast. Press like and subscribe.
Welcome to Andy Decodes. Sit back and enjoy. As we dive deeper down into the rabbit hole and into the unknown.
Hello, welcome to today's show. Sorry, I forgot to put us back on the screen.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, it really is one of them days today.
It is.
So far, we have no guest. I keep checking Messenger and nothing at the moment.
So our guest for today was supposed to be Graham Phillips.
Yes. So he was going to be talking about his book that he's co-written with Jodie Russell called Strange Fate, an extraordinary true story of paranormal discovery. Any more words that he could put in there that I can't pronounce?
Tongue twister.
Yeah, so he was going to be talking about that. So we'll plug it for him anyway because
Why not?
he's not said why he can't make it. So he might pop up, he might not. I don't know. So this is going to be such shortest show ever. So good night, everyone. See you next see you on Friday. No, we're only messing.
Everybody.
Yeah, so I think we're just going to do topics.
Yeah, we can just kind of see what everybody wants to talk about today, and
Yeah.
put it in the chat if you have something that you want us to talk about.
Yeah. So one of the topics I have started looking into that I want to talk about. I don't know if we should do it as a group or do it as a separates. Is voodoo, like where it originated from and everything behind it.
What was it?
Voodoo.
Voodoo.
Yes.
Okay, going to like New Orleans.
Yes. Yeah. So, and yeah, I've done a little bit. So I'm just writing stuff down at the moment. So I'm going to do that on one of the future shows. But yeah, so far that's all I've got. But
like voodoo, witchcraft.
Yeah, just the everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that would be a good one. Do you think we should do that, all of us as a collective, rather than individual? Because it's going to be quite a lot to cover.
Okay. Yeah, because that's a pretty broad topic. Because I think voodoo is kind of like an offshoot of like general witchcraft. It's a little more specific. So it's a very broad topic to cover.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Nickname just put the new jellyfish alien vid would be worth showing.
You want to see if we can find that and put it up?
Yeah. Do you want to look, or do you want me to look?
I can look.
Right, if you look, I'll just chat rubbish.
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit, as you said.
Got it.
Cool. I forgot where I was going. Oh, yeah. So on Friday, fingers crossed, we have Dominic Zenden, who's going to be talking about your chakra, your aura. Is it your aura?
Mm-hmm.
I never know how to pronounce it. Tarot reading and all. Yeah, and all that stuff. Simon's put, I've got my handy door ready and some long pins. Yeah, cheers, Simon.
Oh, this is a long video. All right, let me scroll to where we can actually see
Yeah.
the UFO.
What I was going to say. Yeah, so that's on Friday with Dominic. Saturday morning, unfortunately, it might be too early for you at like 5 a.m. I'm going to do the members monthly live stream. So
it's a little early, but
yeah, if you want to get up at 5 o'clock, you can join me if you want. But
I don't think anybody wants to see me at 5 a.m. I haven't had a morning.
You never know. But yeah, it's even at 10 a.m. I'm just literally just falling apart. But yeah, I'm going to do that one because I did one quite early on last month. So I'm going to do that. And because there's a lot more members, hopefully they'll come in and chat with us and so on and so on. Then on Sunday, where you will be joining me, we have the revisit from Paul Bartholomew.
Good. So we'll get to finish our conversation finally.
Yes, so that's 5 p.m. UK time, 12 noon EST.
Perfect.
And then, what was that, 9 a.m. Pacific time? Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 hours, isn't it? Yeah. So then, and next week, back to normal for 1 week. And I have, so while we're talking about updates, I have a new place to do the 25-hour live stream from. Yeah. So we went out last weekend and we've gone to a birthday party and there's a guy sat bringing food through. And it's like, oh my God, I know him. And it was a lad that I used to work with. So I went over chatting to him and he's bought this place, this village pub, and it's got rooms at the back. So I'm going to be using one of them rooms, and it's self-contained. It's separate to everywhere else.
Oh, so you have your own little space.
Yeah, and I'm going to park right in front of the window so that no one can come up to the window if they're listening or can see what we're doing. They shouldn't be able to, but you never know.
The paparazzi try to find you.
Oh, don't I just local idiots is what I'm thinking. So first question: did his wife fix his phone with that screwdriver in the mouth?
Yeah, we'll save that one.
I hope so. He hasn't. He didn't say she didn't. So it's always a possibility.
That's true.
Have you got the image or the video ready?
Yeah, I have it up on YouTube in another tab.
Okay. You know how to share, don't you?
I can do the share screen.
Yeah, so you do present, share, yeah. I'll leave it with you. There we go. Do you want me to add it?
Is it not coming up?
No, it's right. If you get the video ready, then I'll add it to the screen.
This video was released
by
Jeffrey Corbell on his X page. Corbell says it was
shot by
the military.
I seen this today. I didn't see it.
Whatever it is, flew over a U.S. military base in Iraq. To be clear, News Nation has not independently verified the authenticity of the video, and other videos like this have been debunked in the past. Bottom line is, we don't know what this thing is or what it isn't right now, but we have reached out to the Pentagon for comment. News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton has been delving into it all after.
Now, I thought it was something on the screen. So was there panning across?
Yeah.
I thought it was Sorry, go on.
It looks like something on the screen because it doesn't move at all.
No. So it just doesn't do I play it again?
Yeah.
Identified aerial phenomenon, as UFOs are now called. It resembles a jellyfish flying in the sky. Its tentacles dangling, I guess, in the air. This video was released by UFO expert.
All I can see is Optimus Prime in night vision.
The military using thermal imaging.
I can't see Jelly. Joe, you can see him, can't you? It's not just me.
Over a U.S. military base in
It's so weird.
News Nation is not
because it's so stiff, it doesn't move. Like if it was like a jellyfish, those things would be all like.
Yeah.
In the past. Bottom line is, we don't know what this thing is or what it is.
And the thing, how big is it?
We have reached out to the Pentagon for
Is it?
How close it is.
Is it near, so it's small? Is it far and it's big?
Tentacles dangling.
All I can see is Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I see it.
Because you've got like where his wings come up above his shoulders, a bit like this pillow. Shape of his head, the body, and the legs that come down like very square.
I would say like a plastic bag or something, but there's no movement to it. It's so stiff.
No.
So it can't be anything like organic because it would move.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't get it. Cause,
I don't know.
like I said, when I first seen it, I just thought it was something stuck on the camera lens.
Yeah. Because it moves with the camera. It doesn't seem to move like independently of the camera. It's always kind of like in the same place.
Yeah, I know it does move towards the center as it comes to the end of the video, but are they faking in? Are they zooming in and zooming out? Are they changing the aspect ratio of it while they're doing it?
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's too lifeless, I think.
And it's not, if it was like the shape of like a craft or something, then I could see maybe, but it's like a weird blob.
Yeah.
There would be no use to have like weird, stiff tentacle like things coming out of any kind of craft, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, and they'd be like doing that, surely.
Yeah.
Or like gathering behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's the shadow person of Optimus Prime.
It's the ghost of Optimus Prime.
I cannot see anything else other than that.
Yeah.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
So was it just one on its own?
It was just one. It was a flying object that resembles a jellyfish. Its tentacles dangling in the air. It cannot be independently verified, but it was released by a UFO expert on Twitter. Supposedly shot with a thermal imaging camera as it flew over a military base in Iraq.
Now, thermal imaging is going to pick up heat and cold signature. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get the yellow, the purple, the red, the green, the blue. You're going to get the full spectrum. So straight away looking at that, that's night vision.
Mm-hmm.
So they've not even got the correct equipment used to view it. I'm calling fake.
Yeah, I don't think it's a fake, like on purpose. I think that it's just not what it's labeled as. I
don't think someone's gone out, oh, I'm going to film this and put it out as genuine. I just think they've picked up and it's like, oh, what's this?
Yeah, like, oh, that's really weird, without putting too much thought into it. But it's probably just something on the lens or inside the camera, like if a particle of sand or something got in there.
Yeah, could be. Could be moisture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you play it again? Just because I want to see where it actually moves across the lens.
That is sending shockwaves through the UFO community. Stunning new footage of a purported UAP, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, as UFOs are now called. It resembles a jellyfish flying in the sky. Its tentacles dangling, I guess, in the air. This video was released by UFO expert Jeffrey Corbell on his X page. Corbell says it was shot by the military using thermal imaging cameras as this, whatever it is, flew over a U.S. military base in Iraq. To be clear, News Nation has not independently verified the authenticity of the video, and other videos like this have been debunked in the past. Bottom line is, we don't know what this thing is or what it isn't right now. We have reached out to the Pentagon for comment. News Nation senior national correspondent.
Yeah, I think it was Elaine that put it in the chat. Do you know them jetpacks? Ones that you control, that you put your arms in them metal sleeves?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like one of them as well.
Yeah. But if it was a person in that, I feel like their legs would still be like moving.
Unless they're stood on a platform, because they have platform versions of them. I don't know if you've seen them. So it's like just a big plate for you to stand on.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's strange, but I don't know. It doesn't seem organic to me.
No, definitely not a jellyfish.
No, I was hoping for some have you seen that movie Nope?
Nope. No, I've not.
I was hoping for some kind of crazy jellyfish monster coming down out of the sky.
See, now they're sky whales, and I know of them. That's what I know them as, sky whales.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like big organic, semi-translucent sky whales, and they give out a different sound, and they have what look like LED lights going through them as well.
Yeah.
And I've only ever heard one story of this. One, I don't know where it was or what was happening, but this guy could see two of them in the sky. One of them was attacking the other, trying to take a big bite out of it. And it came down and landed. And it was like it was injured. And I can't remember the full story. It was a few years ago that I heard it. And it lay there for a bit while it kind of re-healed itself. And then when this other one that had been attacking it had gone, it just kind of rose up and went. But it had blue, red and green LED lights going through it. You could see through it, but you could see all the other stuff inside it as well.
That's weird with the LED, the lights and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that.
No, it's kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
But could that be what the sky trumpet's at?
Could be. There's all kinds of weird things going on, up in the clouds. Have you seen where they've seen whole cities in the clouds?
Yeah, they reckon that's reflection, a mirage sort of thing.
Yeah, in some cases, I think it is a weird reflection of because you can see the city below and then a city above it.
Yeah.
But in some cases, there's no cities around. So what is it reflecting?
I know. I remember reading something. It's it's the sunlight bouncing off the clouds that are in turn reflecting back. So do you know when you get? I was talking to Simon about this the other day, where you get a black box and it goes through to a point and comes back out, and you see it upside down. It's not called black box. It's where they put a little pinhole through it.
Yeah.
It's something like that, or it can be something like that.
Yeah, the reflection thing makes sense to me, but not when there's nothing in the area that looks like that.
No. Someone just popped in the chat that the box is at the bottom then, next to you, and then went again.
That what happened?
So can you see the three boxes below what only us can see? There's me, Joe, and you. Then under where you're sat, another box popped up for glitched for a second and then went off again.
Oh, that's weird.
Strange goings on. Prism, that's it. That's what I was going to say, but it didn't sound right. Yeah, so it's like a prism reflection, because I know they can reflect for miles. So could it be that? Don't know. Right, someone. Sorry, go on.
I have the shadow alien video queued up too. If we want to look at that.
Yes. Well, Jason's just asked, what do you think of them? Now, we were just chatting about this before we come on air. So, people think holograms. I know some of the story was a load of kids started kicking off, and that's why the police were there. There's like 100, 200 kids. And then they started letting fireworks off. And what looked like these big shadow figures was the smoke from the fireworks.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know how true it was because, as I always say, I wasn't there. And if I'm not there to witness it, I don't know what really went on. But anyway, like with these videos that are going out, you don't know how much of it is doctored, how much is edited, bits missing, bits added. It's really difficult to tell.
That's true.
Did you have an orb then?
It's all people's phones, and you can easily just add things and edit things.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen an orb on your right-hand side between the edge of the screen and your shoulder where the door is.
Oh, we got it on stream this time?
Yes.
Nice.
So what was that? 22 minutes-ish.
All right. We're going to remember that. 22 minutes. I'm going to go back and look.
Yeah, apparently I can mark it, but I don't know how to do it.
All right. Do you want to see the video of the
yes, please. Yeah, like Nickname said, none of the witnesses knew what went on. Now, if you're a witness, I'm guessing you're going to know what's happening.
Yeah. You would think.
Right. Yes. Right. Do you want me to add it?
Yeah, you want to add it? That way I'll make it full screen.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Now, fireworks causing chaos.
So now people are posting online saying that police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall, shadowy aliens. Conspiracy theories are saying a big creature could be seen standing in front of the entrance to the shopping area. Bayside today, the phrases Miami Mall and aliens of Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab. Twitter, of course, now called X. And Google News even has several reports questioning the event.
So we reached out to the Miami.
Right. So on that video, that wasn't smoke because I've never seen smoke from fireworks walk unless they've got a new firework out. And to me, it looks like there's 3 of them. I thought there was just 2 at first, but on that last bit of the video, when they do the second angle, it looks like there's 3. But are the police standing like around the vehicles, or have they gone into the mall and they're just the cars that are parked outside?
I don't know.
Because if it's all kicking off inside the mall, they're just going to dump the cars and run in and go and sort out what's going on.
Yeah. But
because then, obviously, sorry, I was just going to say, because you get when you get the news over there, you get all the different channels. They just jump in the helicopters and go. The nearest ones to it just go straight to it, so they're just flying above, seeing what's going on, so they can get like decent view and see what's happening. But if they can only see the cop cars, someone could have easily added that into it.
Yeah, they could have, and then submitted it. Because this was on, let's see who posted this. CBS Miami posted this. So I would say it's a pretty, reputable news outlet. Yeah. But who knows where they actually got the video.
No. Someone's just put in, I think, where is it? Right, so this is UFO Joe. He's just put, the police cars were there for a fight that happened a day prior. Right, so, yeah, but they won't leave the cars there for a day.
Yeah.
Oh, does he mean it happened earlier? And I just think that the cars were already there. They'd gone in, sorting out whatever was going on, and that's been added onto it to make better headlines than kids kicking off in a shopping mall. Do you think?
It could be. It could very well be. It'd be interesting to see, if they had any other footage that showed that from like a different angle or a different camera.
Because surely there must be, how many different medias would there be in Miami? What, 10, 15 at least?
Probably. There's a ton of like, because you have the big ones and then you have like the small ones.
Yeah. So say between 5 and 7 helicopters went out to see what was going on. Surely they must have more footage.
Yeah, you would think, but like I know on investigations when we go out ghost hunting, like you can get something on one camera and not on any of the other ones.
Oh, yeah,
so,
true.
That could be the case too. It could definitely not be the case, but
yeah, it could be something completely different.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but that's definitely weird.
It's a tough one because can you just play it again? Because I just want to see if this shadow has a shadow. Because you've got all them spotlights on it.
8 to 10 feet tall, shadowy aliens. Conspiracy theories are saying a big creature could be seen standing in front of the entrance to the shopping
so the blue and red lights bouncing off the police car and not reflecting. There's like 100 cars there. Didn't see that before.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Thought there's like 10.
Is that a person? Yeah, I think that person is
So we reached out
to that black dot right there by the car is a person.
Yeah.
Like that gives you like scale of. Did they see the figure?
But if they're on them steps, I'm taking their steps. Is that like a fountain or something at the top? I don't know.
I think
or some sort of garden.
We're also setting off fireworks causing.
That's a better.
Yeah, it's like a garden, isn't it?
Yeah.
The bridge going over.
Yeah.
Saying that police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather.
I guess my question is, if this guy or whoever that is that's standing between those two cars is standing there, he saw that. I mean, I don't know if he could see it. I don't know if it was visible to the naked eye, but if he saw that, wouldn't there be like about 100 more cops surrounding him? Like, wouldn't he have called for backup?
Yeah, there won't just be one.
Yeah. Or
yeah, if I was outside there on my own and take a couple of photos, I'd be gone. I'd get in one of them cars and boot it. Not be hanging around there. So, I think that's been added.
Could have been.
Yeah. I like it to be real in a non-weird kind of way. But I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what else was, not to try to get us canceled, but you know what else was going on when this came out? Epstein's list.
Yes.
So it was like, oh, here's Epstein's list, but here's aliens.
Yeah. They're good at, what is it? What's it called? Just misdirection, that's it, yeah.
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 I don't know if that has to do with the other or why they're like running alien stories all over the national news.
Well, they did say 2024 is a year of all this fake world attacks and everything else that's going to be going on.
I can see it.
So,
100%.
Yeah. Do you know about the bench guy that I encountered? Bench guy.
Bench guy? No.
Yeah. So this was one of the very first investigations that I did at a local cemetery. So I know everyone's in the chat is probably sick to death of hearing it, but it is the weirdest one that ever happened. From the first one that we went to, you remember saying last week when we went to them church ruins?
Mm-hmm.
So I went there. When Kate Hairgirl Ray was on, we were saying about the animals. That was when that little baby rabbit,
I
and it
remember that story.
let me pick it up. It's all on video. I'll send you the link to the stream.
Yeah.
So was getting everything kind of stopped at that place. So we've still got like another hour. We'll go to the other cemetery. It's only up the road. This is a full cemetery. It's got the chapel in there, so you've got all the different areas from the different parts of Northampton. So you got all the different sections. So we've gone in, and they've got some what they call war graves from like World War One, World War Two, and a lot of them are, I think, like Dutch, German, Austrian, going off the names that are on the headstones. So I had my GoPro on a body harness, had my phone, had a torch, and that was basically it. Seemed to get a lot more then than before I started taking all the other equipment out with me. And there's only two of us. I mean, this guy called Mark. So we'd gone in. So I'm stood on the left-hand side of where these war graves are. And it's the best kept part of the whole cemetery. The grass is cut right down, neat, clean, all freshly dug where they put the flowers around the graves. And it's like on a big semicircle. And you've got two benches. So if you're looking at a clock, say 1:30 from 12 till 6, you've got a bench at 5 o'clock and a bench at 1 o'clock. So it's literally symmetrical. Then you've got a couple of beech trees as well. So I'm walking up, and I thought it was Mark sat on this bench. So I'm shining my torch, and I'm blinding this guy. Anyway, it weren't Mark. So I walked over and explained to him what I was doing. And he had a really thick, strong Dutch accent, but spoke good English. I'd say he was between 24 and 27. He had tracksuit bottoms on, a hoodie, cap, normal trainers, but he was sat, you'll see in a minute. So I'm looking at him, and he's looking over his left, so I'm coming from that side. He's got his phone in that hand, in his right hand on his right knee, and I could see like a green glow. So it wasn't one of the new smartphones. Do you like the iPhone 4 or the HTC phones where it had that soft green glow coming from it? So that's bouncing up. Sorry?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. When smartphones first come out, like proper crappy ones. So he's got his phone in his hand. I'm blinding him with my torch, walking over. And I'm doing a live stream. It was when Deb and Ryan was on. So I'm talking to them. They're laughing because I'm blinding some random stranger. So I go over talking to him. And you say, "Oh, sorry for blinding you, blah, blah, blah." I said, Mark with another lad. I went, "Oh, yeah, I've just seen him. He's just walked past me. He's gone down there." So, all right, thanks. Do apologise again. He went, "Yeah, no, it's cool." Now, a lot of people in the chat, even though I was holding my phone so you could see him, no one could see him sat on the bench. Yeah, I'm talking to him like it's a solid real person there. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Some people could hear the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Some couldn't. Some thought I was talking to myself. But it wasn't until I played it back from the GoPro that you could see and hear him. But when you listen to his voice back on the GoPro, I've still got it on the computer somewhere. I'll upload it. It's a really old man's voice, like in his 80s.
Yeah.
But I was talking, it was a young lad. Yeah, in his mid-20s. No older than like 26, 27. Not at all. Right? So I walked down to where Mark was. And I just told him what going on. I went, "What are you talking about? There's no one there." I went, "Well," I went, "I've just walked past that. I've just been videoing it." So he stopped his video because he's doing his own videos as well. Rewound it as he's walked past that bench. He's panning round. There's no one sat on the bench. Right? So, oh, sorry, 1 second. Oh, I thought it was Graham Phillips. It was nickname.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's all right. Yeah, she just sent me a couple of things about what I'm going to be talking about. So he's going through it. I'm like, what? But between me talking to him and then walking away and going finding Mark, as I got away from him, reality kind of kicked in. It's like, whoa, that wasn't normal, because I felt so relaxed. Nothing, didn't feel on edge or anything, just like I was talking to someone that I've known for years. I got about 30 seconds to a minute away from him, because it was another couple of minutes before I found Mark. It kind of like everything kicked in to like, that wasn't normal. That was, yeah. And I kind of like got a bit of panic. So this is a picture from the still video.
That's the bench
That's a bench.
with nobody there.
No, you can see his feet.
The feet.
And his hand. See that red thing?
Yeah.
That's his face.
What? Okay. Like, oh, I get it. He's like bent over. I was looking for a head and like there's no head there. But he's bent over.
But his face, yeah. So there's 3 different angles. And so you can see where my torch, you can see the circle round it, hits a tree and stops just past the base of it.
Yeah.
His face is lit up bright red.
Is that from his phone?
No, his phone is on the other side of him. So he's sat looking at me. Sorry, I'll just take it off a minute. So say you're somewhere. So his phone's here on his leg, and he's looking at me there. So the phone would light up this side of his face, but that side of his face is lava red.
Yeah, that's strange. I don't know what would cause that.
We have tried to debunk it. We've gone there with different people. We went back the week after, same time, recreated it, and we could not get it. Use the exact same equipment, the same phone, the same torch, the same phone holder. Everything was identical, and we could not recreate it. And
there was nothing else in the area that would have like caused a light, right? Just your
no. There's a few street lights, but they're all around the back. There's cars going past, but his face wasn't lit up red like that when I was talking to him. He had really pale skin, like milk pale. It was that white, and he had a really strong Dutch accent. But some people could see him, some couldn't. Some could hear him, some couldn't. And a lot of people thought I was talking to myself, which isn't unusual, but at that time I wasn't. And so Mark showed me the video, and there's clearly no one sat on the bench. And there's 3 main entrance points in and out the cemetery. Where we were stood, he would have had to pass one of us, or we would have seen him walking away. There's a small gate on the side of it, just like a footpath gate. You've got the main driveway where the house is in big double metal gates, and there's a bit right over the other side, but you would have to climb over a bit of a fence to get out, but there is a footpath there. And so he did not pass us.
Thought he might have been? Like, did you look up, folklore creatures glow?
The only thing that I found in that area is on a stormy night. So this happened, I think it was the 1920s, 1930s. There's a bad storm, and the road is called Harborough Road, and a guy got knocked off his bike and was decapitated between there and the pub, which is probably about a quarter of a mile down the road. So story has it that on stormy nights, if you go up to the cemetery and look around the main entrance, you can see a guy riding round on a bike with no head.
I mean, he had a head. It was just kind of on fire.
Now, I've just seen this in the chat. So Joe's just put this in the chat. I'll put the picture up again while I go through it. So I went back a couple of days later during the day to check out the gravestones to see the names that were on it. And there were a couple of Dutch names that were pilots from World War One. Sure, it was World War One. Yeah, it was like 1917. Yeah, Commonwealth War graves, that was it. So, could he have been a pilot? But I don't get, he was in the sort of clothes that I'd be in when I'm just knocking about the house. I always wear a hoodie anyway. But it's like the shell suit, tracksuit bottoms. It was modern, but it was still a little bit, it was pre-2000s, so like 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah, but like modern, not like a World War II.
Yeah. It wasn't like 100 years ago. But because I thought, oh, he's probably smoking weed or having a drink, but he didn't have no drink in his hand, couldn't smell anything. I thought it was weird that he was just sat on a bench in the middle of a cemetery on his own. Yeah, I'm walking around filming in the middle of the cemetery on my own. So
he probably thought you were weird.
Exactly. But I explained to him, and he was really polite. He wasn't like one of these shitty teenagers, dog giving attitude and all that. He's like, no, it's cool. It's like, enjoy what you're doing and what have you. And then he wasn't there. But it was that, you know, your gut feeling kicks in. He's like, what just happened? It was a big bang that kind of threw me out a bit. But we have been there a few times since, and we have had weird stuff happen. There's another time that I went, and we could see something moving between the headstones and these bushes, and I wasn't sure what was happening at the time, but thinking about it and talking to other people, I was put in a bubble. A lot of people seem to think it's a protection bubble. Everything just went in slow motion. I'm shouting, but no one can hear me. And then people are talking to me, and I can see the mouths moving, but no sound. It's like zone of silence, and it's only for a few seconds. And then it was Richard that was with me, and it was like something out of a horror movie. He couldn't get his keys out of his pocket because he was driving. Then he got them. He couldn't unlock his car or anything. I'm like, we need to get in the car now.
Yeah, you know, when you're trying to like rush, everything takes so much longer.
Yeah, and nothing was working.
Did I tell you about the guy that we had at one of our events who ordered a drink from a phantom bartender?
Oh, no.
So we had an event, and it was at a pub, an Irish pub. And this guy, I guess he just came with his wife or his group, whoever he was with. He did not believe in any of this. So first he went to the bathroom, and he heard like a pounding on the wall. He comes out, and he's like, who's effing with me? Who's effing with me right now? Like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
And nobody went in there after him. So we were like, nobody. So the night went on, and then he goes up to the bar, and he's like, can I get a Blue Moon with an orange slice?
Yeah.
From the bar, dead serious. There's nobody there. There's no bartender. And everybody's looking at him like, what do you mean? Like, are you trying to be funny? Is this a joke? So he's waiting, I guess. And he's like, can I get my drink? Like, I've been waiting. He has cash in his hand. He swears that he ordered from a man standing behind that bar. And he saw him and talked to him and ordered his drink.
That's weird. Have you ever, that you know of, spoken to a phantom person?
Not like Not like that. Not like, you with your bench and that guy with the bartender. I keep wanting to I
At
want
the
that
time,
experience. That's like
at the
undeniable.
time, it is so normal.
Mm-hmm.
But soon that click in your head when you realise it's not, you just feel drunk, like instantly drunk. That's the only way I can explain it. Because you've got all these emotions going through your head and your body, and you're trying to work out what's just gone on. But yeah, that still creeps me out. That was nearly 3 years ago.
That's unsettling. Like a mysterious stranger at night in the cemetery, and then you look back at the picture and his head's on fire.
Yeah.
Or,
And other people couldn't, and keep going back to this, other people couldn't see him or hear him.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to him, he was a young lad, but listening to it back, he was an old man. So did he take the form of something else? Now, this is where it gets really, really weird. And scary, if that wasn't scary enough. So we're still going about and we're doing with the K2 meters and that. And we get to a certain point, probably about 20, 30 foot away from where the bench is. And there's a lot of old, big trees. They're like monkey trees where you can sit in them. The branches come right down and bend up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot like that. We get to this particular one, and he's got a digital K2, and it just keeps going off, keeps bleeping. As soon as we move away, stops. So right, okay. So we have another walkabout, and nothing really happens. Then we walk down to where the chapel is, and this is probably about an hour later, so I'd say about 20 past 10. I remember because bench guy was 9:15. And we're just walking round, and we get to this big headstone, the old, the cross with a circle in the middle. I don't know what you call them. And as soon as we get to that, we hear this scream coming less than, I'd say, not even 50 yards away from the back of where this chapel is. And the only way I can describe it, it was female, but it sounded like the female was mid-transformation. It was a female, but also sounded like an animal at the same time.
Yeah.
And Matt went, not today, spun on his heel, and quick march. Was it even? And as soon as we stopped recording, within 2 seconds, we heard that scream as soon as we come off live.
Oh my gosh. It's always right after, before you're recording or after.
Yep,
but
always.
Another orb. So after, if we take a quick break, I'll set up a couple things.
Adam messaged me. He said that was the second one. There was one before the one that I seen. So yeah,
when we go for a break, I'll set up a couple things in the back.
Yeah, we'll go for a break in a minute. If anyone's got any questions for the second half, please do send them in. Any questions about what Nicole's been talking about with the guy in the bar, bench guy? Anything else? Guests that we've got coming on? Or not coming on, as the case may be? I don't know. Right, well, should we go for...
You're stuck with us.
Yeah. Oh, well. Right, should we go for a break now, then?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll grab some stuff.
Right, I'll see you guys in 3.5 minutes.
Cool.
Bye-bye. Perfect timing. I forgot I put a countdown on it. I thought I was going to choke on my drink. Right, so nickname and Adam Sandor both. Do you see that then?
So you see that cat ball going off there on the piano?
Did you see the orb?
I saw the orb and the cat ball's going off on the piano.
Right, as you pointed, the orb went across, vanished, and then the cat ball went off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did nickname send you the same photo where it's like at the top of the door in the middle? I can. So this is the same one from Adam, and so don't know if you can see the white dot.
Yeah, I see it.
So that was the second one. So you've had what, 3, 4?
Yeah, and that
1, 2, 3.
I have a flux sensor down over there.
Yeah.
So if there's motion on either side of it, it'll light up. There's a ball in that little doll. There's a ball and a REM pod over by the fish tank. And the static dome is actually going off now too in that direction that the orb flew. So that detects change in the static field, and it's moving right now. You can see the lights moving.
Yeah, I can just see it lighting up. Yeah.
That's my house.
Right. Nice. I definitely don't know. Would I want to stay?
It doesn't bother me. I'm not usually I don't usually put out equipment other than a couple times when I do podcasts, but it always goes off.
So does anyone in the house have any activity direct to them, or is it just random in that room?
Well, I told you about my son and his shadow.
Yes, you
guy.
did.
Other than that, I don't think so. Really, my daughter has heard a man coughing.
Yeah,
but it sounded like her room is next to my son's room, so it would have been in his closet that she heard the sound coming from. She's over in that corner,
right?
And she heard when she thought my son was yelling at his video game, and he wasn't.
Oh.
He was just watching a movie quietly. She went in his room to tell him to keep it down, and he wasn't even talking. He was just watching a movie on his headset.
Yeah.
So no sound.
So nothing coming through at all.
Yeah.
What about the neighbours? Do you speak to your neighbours? Is there anything? Do they get any contact?
No, I don't talk to my neighbors really. But I heard a story of a house down the road from where I am. My friend knows somebody who lived there, and they had a lot of activity. They actually had to move where their dining room was because the cabinets kept opening and closing all the time on their own. And it was driving them nuts. So they switched the whole layout of their house.
Yeah. And has it stopped since? Do you know?
They had a tragedy in the family in that house, and they're not there anymore. So I don't know if there's anything still going on at that house or not.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to put another one to you because I don't think we've got any questions yet. Oh, no, I'll do this question first. So, hi, Andy and Nicole. I'm new to your channel and wonder how you each got into the paranormal. Do you want to go first?
Sure. So I've been into the paranormal for literally as long as I can remember. I've always been into the ghosts and the magic and the witches and all of that. I read a lot of books. I read pretty much everything on hauntings and ghosts that I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
And then I started going out on investigations. I went to Salem every year around Halloween and did public investigations there, and joined Full Moon Paranormal, which is my current group, in 2021. And we've been doing public events, private investigations ever since.
Cool. So mine started when I was about 4. I was going to show this picture. It's not, obviously it's not the photo that I took. It was like 40 odd years ago. But this is the first thing that I recall seeing that made me realise that there's other things going on. And not even at 4 years old, I didn't think that, but as a 4-year-old would think that. So it was one of these on the bedroom wall.
Ooh.
Probably about 4 inches tall. And it was just going round in circles, just dancing, like pirouetting, just constantly. So that was it. I just lay in bed, as in my mum and dad's bed. I told you before, my mum used to put me in the bed to warm it up, and then when she'd come to bed, sit me in my own. Call me the human water bottle, because I was dead hot. And I just lay in bed, just watching that until I drifted off to sleep. And that was the first thing that I seen. And then back then, in the 70s, there used to be TV shows like Arthur C. Clarke. Was that yours then?
What?
Did you hear that? Like someone, a man or someone talking? It came from your microphone. Was it a dog bark? Was it your dog barking? Could it be?
The dog's upstairs. I mean, it could have been, but the dog's upstairs.
It sounded like it's coming from the room or just behind the door. Not trying to freak you out.
It doesn't freak me out.
Right.
No, dog's upstairs in his crate in the bedroom.
Right.
My son's home, but let me just make sure. I'm going to check. I'm going to debunk. Let's see if he's outside the door. Nope.
Not there.
He's upstairs.
Right. So it's not the dog. That was strange. I'll have to listen to that back. Yeah, so I used to watch Arthur C. Clarke. There's a horror TV show called Hammer House of Horrors. Don't know if you got in America.
No.
It was on every week, like a bit like Tales of the Unexpected and all that kind of stuff. I was always into the weird things like that. Brother's mate used to have the Unexplained magazines, and it was always the pictures of the Grey Lady or look. Do you know what the typical ghosts that you see all the time are? Semi-transparent monk and things like that. So I've always, well, not always, but I've always been going out investigating, even when I was a teenager. Obviously not, don't take cameras, just me and my mates would go out and we'd see if we could find anything or get chased by something. And that's happened quite a lot over the years. And then I just got to the point where, well, do you know what? I've had so many weird stuff. What I see in here are the weird things that other people have had. So that's why I started doing the channel. So hopefully to get people to open up more and come out and talk about their encounters. And that's it. I've always had stuff go on. I'm sure there's been gaps of like 6, 7, 8 years where literally nothing has happened. But then when something does happen, it's every day for like 2 years solid. And I think when it's like that, it feels like it's forever. I had the soundless helicopter outside the house. I was watching it manoeuvring between. We lived in a semi-detached house, and then the house, and it was flying between the houses. You couldn't get a helicopter between the houses, but I was watching it manoeuvring and going upside down. I could see the pilot and the co-pilot, yet there was no noise coming from it. That was very, very strange.
Yeah, because it makes some kind of sound.
Yeah, you'd think. Blame Adam Sander for me talking about the helicopter story. You say helicopter or chopper is a trigger word, and that's it. I just go off on one. But it was weird. Yeah. Yeah,
I like that one.
But the thing is, these have happened, and even when I told these stories, I've given the story to people to put in books. Other people have got on the podcast. Tommy, when I did the second recording with Tommy, we went into. I ended the first one on pterodactyl, but didn't go into the story of it, and then we started it with all the
Cliffhanger.
details. Sorry.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. So, and even when in my head it seems normal, but as soon as you open your mouth and you start talking about it, it's like, did this really? Even now, I still think, did it really happen? But I know it happened because I was there and I witnessed it.
Yeah.
So, I've seen shadow people, full body apparitions. I've heard voices, scratching, taps turning on in the kitchen while I've been sat in the front room. We've locked all the doors. There's 3 doors into the house where I used to live. Come back from shopping, and the big bolt going across, they'd all been unlocked, but you can only unlock them from the inside. My ex used to smoke. She'll have to light her on the stairs, but you could see it from the living room down the hallway. That blew up. This is at 10 o'clock at night, middle of winter. I thought someone was petrol bombing the house, and it just blew up, big flame. Yeah. By the time we realised what was going on, we ran over. It had gone out. There was no marks, no smell of smoke, nothing, and the light still worked. The light didn't. It's on them little crappy plastic things that they're normally the disposable ones. And it's just very, very odd stuff going on.
Isn't it weird how, like, when we're sitting here talking about, like, this stuff and with all the people in the chat, like, this is a perfectly normal conversation.
Yeah.
But then you go out into, like, real world and, like, you're just like, I was on a podcast and, like, we were just watching for orbs in the background of my video. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. Get that. That's why I just don't talk about it. That's why I'm kind of glad to work on my own, because then I don't have to talk to the normal people, shall we say.
Yeah. Normies.
No offense if there's any normal people watching, but you know what I mean. But yeah, and I've had
normal.
Yeah. So the pterodactyl, I've seen look something like that, but I seen it at that angle. That is where I seen the Anubis. I think it was in front of the tree where the blue circle is on the left. That only lasted for a few seconds. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I've always been into the paranormal, and I've always done investigating of some sort. I used to go on a Sunday. I'd go walking through cemeteries because it just felt relaxing, and your mate's like, "What are you doing? That's not even close to being normal." I never said it was normal. Yeah, and just stuff like that.
It is. It's quiet and peaceful in cemeteries.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just is.
Yeah, I feel relaxed. But I suppose once we go, then you're going to be very, very relaxed. So
I just sent you something if you want to put it up.
Oh.
That is the first real ghost picture that I've ever got.
Right. Give me a moment, because what I'll do, I'll get it up on the screen, I'll save it, and then I'll add it in. I'll add it into the. Just be 1 second.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was at the Shanley Hotel. It's
what I'm going to do.
One of the.
Yeah.
Good? You're coming in and out.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you cut out for a second.
Oh, right. So I was just looking at the other screen because I have to download it from one and then re-upload onto the other. Right.
Yeah, so I was at the Shanley Hotel, and
Yeah.
It was one of the first like more professional ghost hunts that I've done. And this was with like an old, when you used to have the digital cameras because you couldn't take pictures on your phone.
Yeah.
Phone pictures were crap. And that's what came out. Sitting on the porch, broad daylight as we're leaving the hotel. I just went around to take one more picture of, the whole place. And that was on the porch there.
That's strange.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Kind of looks like a nun.
Mm-hmm. Some people have seen like an old man. Some people have seen like a little girl sitting like this on the table.
See, I can see a nun, but I can see an old man as well.
Mm-hmm. Like the heavy old man where the kind of round things are like the shoulders and he's sitting like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird, but that was like my first, I got a ghost. Or I got something.
Definitely something on there.
Mm-hmm.
Just have another quick look.
Yeah. And that place has such a reputation for being like one of the most haunted hotels.
Yeah. That is very interesting.
People do say it's Dogman said the pareidolia thing, but like it shouldn't be there. That's the thing. Like whatever it is, it shouldn't be there.
No, you can clearly see it's out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Because and another orb.
Another one.
Yep.
That one looked really like solid.
Yeah, that was like diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
That went from the door handle down towards your neck.
Yeah, nothing else going off though. Only in the beginning when I set it up.
Give it time.
I'm not leaving this up all night. It's going off as soon as we get in the park. Not sitting here chit-chatting all night.
So, right. Did you see the supposed Dogman picture that we got sent in? So this was probably about 2 years ago now from Jody Cook. So he sent it to me and he said I can share it and talk about it. Now, this is from a farm somewhere in Cannock. Now, we are still trying to find out who the farmer is and what have you. Now, he had stuff going on his farm, so he set up a trail cam. It's one that takes a picture every 3-4 seconds or every couple of seconds. It's not a solid video. Now, so I've got the originals and then I've got the negatives for it. Then I've got a zoom in of one and then there's another one at the end. So this is the first image. Right, so now you can clearly see there's like something on the floor. You can see the trail of a bit of straw or hay on the back of it. And then there's something in the background just in the shadow. Then the second picture, you have that. Now, working out the size, them trailers are probably about 3-4 foot off the ground to the bed. So, and say that's about 8 foot away. I'm just guessing the distance. That'd make that thing about 4.5-5 foot tall, maybe 5.5 foot. But it is kind of crouched down a little bit. So you can see in that one, everything's in focus. Now this last one, so you can see it's moving, but everything around is still in focus still. Now people call it Splinter, as in Mutant Turtles, and they say there it looks like it's moonwalking.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson of Dogman.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I saw first. I was like, oh, it's Splinter.
Right. So this is a zoomed in version of this picture.
Okay. That looks like a Halloween costume.
But this is Cannock Chase is middle of nowhere. This is where we go investigating. Now you can see the claws on its hands.
Mm-hmm.
Its legs, to me, don't look genuine. The legs look like they've been drawn in, or they've been coloured over with some sort of pencil.
Mm-hmm.
But in the middle, so where its right eye is, where we're looking at it, it's on its left. It looks
Yeah.
like it's got a tusk coming up from the mouth, going up to the edge of the eye, just before the ear. Can you see that? Or is that just me?
I can kind of like see what you're talking about there.
It might not be. It might just be the way it's lit.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people
It
say
might
it's
be lighting.
sheep squatch.
I don't know.
Looks a bit woolly, doesn't
It
it?
does. It kind of looks like Alf all grown up.
Yeah. That's why I thought Alf straight away.
Yeah, like with the nose.
He's probably gone looking for cats.
The feet look weird. Like that leg doesn't look, 3-dimensional down at the bottom. But also they're not the best quality cameras, so things can look kind of grainy.
Yeah. So people are putting in the chat that it's been debunked. It's been debunked for 34 times tonight. How many have tried to debunk this from Jodie and no one has yet? I don't think it's been debunked. It's just speculation from us looking at it and guessing what it could or could not be.
Yeah, unless you are good with Photoshop or you go out there in like a big dog man costume and try to recreate the picture, I don't think we could debunk it.
No, and you've got to have really, really skinny ankles to get away with that.
Yeah. But I feel like a dog man should have like thick ankles. Like you got to support all that up there. Like you got to have them big.
But that's the thing, though, because if you look at a dog's knee, ankle, it's literally 2 bones, and it's just the skin wrapped around it. There's nothing else there, is there? So, is it part of that?
They're not standing upright.
No. So I think if that was stood upright, I'd probably say it may be 6 foot.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so
the way that its legs are, it doesn't look like it could walk on all 4s. It looks like it has to walk on 2 legs.
It's like it's got dark trousers on, like dark quality trousers, as opposed to the orange top. No offense, because you got orange top on. The orange top that it's wearing.
But it also could be the lighting, because look how bright that lighting is coming from like the top. I would also question like the lighting. Like what is that light source?
So that's a spotlight on the farm. So that I do know. So he had, like I said, the farm had stuff going on. I don't know if anything was killed or attacked, but he said there's stuff happening. He just set a camera up to find out what it was that was going on. So it was that and that. Now, there's another story about the Slitting Mill Troll. So I'm going to put another picture up in a minute. I'll tell you the story first. So around about the 1920s, there's Slitting Mill Troll. Apparently there's a mill there. And this troll was seen and supposed to have like messing about with stuff and causing mischief and that, what have you. Now this drawing is from a book from the 1970s. I can't remember who wrote it or who the illustrator is. But this is it. Now, to me, there's not much difference in that. Yeah, the face is different, but the way it's walking, the hands, the way its body's covered in fur. Because the way I look at it is that when you're trying to describe something that you've seen, that you don't see on a regular basis, you've just seen once in the whole of your life, and you're trying to explain to someone exactly what it looks like, and they're drawing it, you kind of, your imagination probably goes away with you a bit. Mm-hmm. So you're not always going to get it bang on unless you've got a photograph. So to me,
because it has the ears and the nose.
Yep. And don't forget, this is 50 years ago, over 50 years ago. Mm-hmm. So if you're explaining someone drawing it, it's going to be different than how someone would draw it today. But
Yeah,
the
that's true.
way it's hunched over, the way it's got a human-like face, could it be the same thing? Could it be something completely different? Are they both not real?
I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I'd want to spend time seeing if there's, anything like costumey that is available that looks like that, because that would have been a lot of time and effort for somebody to hand make something to do a hoax and like run through this property.
Yeah, so that drawing was done in the 1970s and put into a book. That photograph so the one on the left was a book from the 1970s of something that was seen, I think it was the 1920s and 1950s. The one on the right is only a few years old. So the book was out before, that illustration was out before the photograph was taken.
Yeah, because I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to go out there and like investigate though.
Yeah.
See if we can find any evidence of anything.
Well, we're going back there in. I'm saying I'm not even asking it. They're finding out now. I would like to go back there. Just as though coming into middle to the end of March. So only 2 months away. So what, 9-10 weeks? So hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have another encounter.
What was that?
Is that you?
That wasn't me.
Personally. It's not me. My iPad's off and my phone's on silent.
My phone's here, but it didn't do anything. Oh, it's the flux. It's the flux.
Oh, is it? Oh.
I was like, what does that sound? It's new. I got it for Christmas, so I didn't know the sound to me. I was like, what is that?
Completely forgot.
Yeah, I forgot it was even on. So that is sensing motion on this side of it.
Oh, right.
It set up a field of about, let's see how far away I set it. There. So if something would have had to get that close to it.
So what, 2 foot at the most?
Yeah. To set that off.
Strange.
Yeah.
Didn't see any orbs, but then I wasn't looking for any, so I don't know.
I forgot it was there. It sensed a quiet moment. It was like beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
I thought it was something coming out of my speaker, but it was obviously, but nothing to do with that.
Well, I was like, oh no, it wasn't my phone. It wasn't like anything I have over here. I was like, oh, I have equipment out. I forgot that I'm ghost hunting right now.
It's all good. There we go. Simon and Sober, you're going back there in a couple of months. There you go. Joe's just told you. No, we knew we was going to go back around March time anyway. Once the weather starts getting that little bit warmer, I do want to get a few new bits of equipment to take as well. Right. So I'm just going. Oh, here we go. So this is from Dogman UK. Question, Nicole, take a few pictures on phone live show. Oh, on phone live, show people it's real.
Show people what's real, like my room?
Oh, the orbs. I think he means the orbs.
The orbs? I was like, what am I taking pictures of? Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to get anything. I'll take some pictures, but. Nothing in any of these.
Nothing. So it goes, isn't it? doesn't always work out the way you want it to.
Yeah, which is really frustrating on when we're doing like our public events and we have like 30 people that we're, entertaining. And spirits and paranormal things don't happen on command. We can like encourage it, but sometimes nothing happens, and then we're just like, okay, well, this is the equipment. This is what it does.
Yeah, I know, but that's how it goes. But that proves that it is real.
Yeah, because it wouldn't really be believable if you had things going off every 2 seconds on command.
No, exactly. I was going to say something else. Right. Oh, here we go. I'm just going through the pictures that I've kept on here from when we've had different guests on. So, anyone fancy pancake? So this is a guy.
That cooks. That looks burnt.
So this is a guy that had an alien encounter. Apparently, he went on the ship, and this is what they eat. And they made him this pancake. I can't remember the full story to it. So, but I wouldn't be eating that. I just like something that gets melted to the bottom of a pan.
It looks like that trend that people are doing when they make like a cheese. They just melt the cheese in the pan.
Yes.
And like roll it up. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but apparently it's just like salt and flour or something. I can't remember the full story. Someone in the chat will definitely know. But
strange.
Yeah. I don't know how true that is.
Out of all of the human food, they were like, humans like pancakes.
Yeah.
Like, let's feed them pancakes.
But it's not even a nice. It's like the crappy bit of pancake.
The first pancake
before you cook.
Yeah.
Or the last little bit that you put in the pan, and it sticks to the pan because you can't be bothered doing any more. And it's like the remnants of what's left over from everything else. Oh, that is it. Buckwheat flour. Cheers, Selba.
Or maybe it's like, when it's really, really hot and you can cook an egg on the pavement.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like that. Maybe they're like, look what we can do with our lasers. We can cook pancakes.
Yeah, and it's just the bottom bit. They just peeled the bottom bit off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have that. Yeah. Oh, they asked him to get some water as well. He approached a UFO on his land.
Oh. That's interesting.
So it was it was basically a back-engineered craft with Italian pilots.
So it wasn't aliens, it was humans.
Sounds like it.
With the back-engineered crafts. That explains the pancakes.
Yeah, but you'd think if they've got that good technology, the pancakes would be a lot better than that.
Unless they had like supplies and they didn't know what they were doing and got like stuck out way like longer than they expected, and all they had left was like some buckwheat. So they're like, here you go. Look, this is what we have left.
Ah. Yeah,
that's the only explanation I can think of why you would make that.
I've not even got that. I've got nothing. Right. Oh, we're coming up to the end of the show.
All right. Yeah.
We are actually going to finish.
They were Italian. They wouldn't ask for water. That's true.
Yep. It was burnt pizza then. It could have been. Could have been pizza base.
It could have been.
Yeah.
It's a heatless grill they liked messing with.
A million different answers.
The world may never know.
Nope. But if I ever get served a pancake like that, they'll be getting it back.
If you ever get served a pancake from an alien, I'm sure you will say, thank you.
I won't eat it. All right. Go into a food place and get a pancake. Yeah. Unless it's alien serving. You don't
If
know.
an alien hands you a pancake, you eat the pancake.
Yeah. Well, he kept it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wonder if he's still got it. Maybe he got really hungry and thought, you know what, I'm just going to eat this.
How long do you think he kept the pancake before his wife was like, throw that out?
Few months. I think he'll have hidden it in a box underneath everything out the way.
Yeah, that's probably the likely story. Just found it like, why do you still have this damn pancake?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny.
This is what happens when we don't have a guest.
I know. I think we should get rid of all. No offense, but get rid of all the guests and just do stuff like this. But this is what we're going to be doing anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll be a little more prepared.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah, but it's good because, because we didn't know what we was going to be talking about, or what context was going to come up. So, and I've changed the name of the show. It was Graham Phillips' Strange Fate. So I've changed it to Strange Fate without Graham Phillips. Because that's what we're talking about.
That is true.
In a weird kind of way.
Mm-hmm. We talked about a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think it's good. Oh, so, like I said, on Friday, we got Dominic Zenden. On Sunday, Paul Bartholomew, hopefully. The screwdriver, everything's going to be working. Next Wednesday... Oh, I wasn't prepared. I can't remember who's on next Wednesday. Oh, Debs Shakti Buller. She's pretty much covering everything. Nice. I don't think there's anything that she's not got. And on the 19th, there is going to be a panel. And the panel is going to consist of myself, Nicole, Tommy, Michelle Gray, and Nathaniel Gillis.
Nice.
So that will be a good one.
Yeah.
Because I think on that one, should we do voodoo on that one? Because it's 5 of us.
Yes.
And Nathaniel is demonologist, so I know he knows about that stuff. Mm-hmm. Michelle Gray is a psychic medium. So maybe we'll find out, won't we, next Friday?
I think we will. I don't know. We say every time, we're like, oh, that's going to be a good one. They're all good ones.
I know.
They all end up being really good ones.
It's because we always do something different. I think that's what changes it.
Yeah.
So, yes. Right. I do apologise for Graham not coming on. Don't know what happened. Maybe he's got caught up doing something else. Maybe he's gone having to make pancakes.
Maybe. Or he's just lost down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, could be that. Could be that.
What happens?
He might have been taken by an orb.
He could have been.
Who knows?
Oh, I'm waiting for them to respond. Nope.
No more orbs? One more orb.
Orbs.
Just one more orb before we go.
Cat ball, flux.
No.
Nah, nothing.
No, well, it's worth a try. But you got what? At least 5. There was at least 5 orbs going off then that I seen.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows how many.
Static dome, cat ball, the flux. That's a decent amount for an hour. Not even 45 minutes because I only put it out during the break.
Yeah, that's pretty good going, that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we're going to end it now. We will see you.
That's the dogs.
Yeah, that wasn't what I heard before.
All right.
Definitely not that. It was a lot deeper than that. See you at our new time of 8:30 on Friday. And as I said, for those who are members, we're doing a monthly members live stream on Saturday morning around about 10 a.m. UK time. 5 a.m. EST, 2 a.m. PST. So if you're over in the US and you want to come on, do set your alarm. If not, just ignore everything I've just said, and we'll see you on Friday and Sunday. So that's it. Right, have a great couple of days and see you then. Take care and goodbye.